We'll be divided up into teams. Probably teams of 3 to 5, depending on how many students come in the final group. So you will work with the team. Within the team, like within a front office, there'll be different roles, and then so there'll be some internal planning. There'll be some discussions about the collective bargaining agreement, which Larry will try to get you up to speed, especially for those of you who don't come in with a decent baseline knowledge of it. And then so you have in the internal discussions, you'll talk with the other teams, and then you will execute a trade. As Larry mentioned, on Wednesday, I think it's at 11 a.m. Pacific, there is a trade deadline, and then you will present. So really it's interactive, and we tried to do in a 3-day period is summarize what it's like being in a front office. Obviously it's condensed. But even as a GM or president, you don't just say, oh, I just thought of this trade. Let me get the other team on the phone. Let's try to do it right now. That doesn't happen. There's a process. There are internal conversations. There are external conversations. There's delegation of responsibilities. Maybe there's ownership approval. There's making sure it works, with the collective bargaining agreement, making sure you have all the information statistically, analytically, medically, all that kind of stuff. It all factors into it. So we will really, put you in that process. You'll have some helpers on your own team, and then you'll have some men and women on other teams trying to take advantage of you and get a better deal for themselves. But hey, guess what? That's what it's like working in a front office, and we'll try to do our best, and we will replicate that experience.
And we, the instructors, are there to advise you on stuff and answer questions. We're not going to advise you on the strategy you should take, because that's going to be part of your exercise. But keep in mind, when you try to get stuff done, it's got to make sense from a basketball perspective, a financial perspective, and a CBA perspective. You've got to go to the league office for approval on stuff, and they're going to check your work, just like the league office, the actual league offices checks actual NBA teams and Knicks' trades, because they don't work according to the CBA. And then at the end, when you present, guys like Ryan are going to be critiquing from all the other perspectives. Well, here's what you didn't think of there, or here's how you weakened yourself, or something else you should have thought of, and really give you some good feedback from the perspective of somebody who actually has to do this kind of work.